Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. Anyway, it is that time of the week for your weekly Clear Lake, California fishing report. So let's just start out right here. This is pretty much what you can expect to find in 60 to 70% of the oaks right now. This morning at 6 o'clock, none of it was here, but I don't know if you guys can tell, if you can actually see it moving, but it just blows in and out pretty much every day. But there's just so much of it. It's absolutely overwhelming the oaks. And in my honest opinion, I'll just tell you, don't waste your time coming to the oaks trying to get on a topwater bite, a flip bite, or anything worth a crap for that matter. And the reason I say that is because the fishing is so good everywhere else. Just don't waste your time in here trying to put it together. For whatever reason, they're just not set up in here like normally they would be. The water temperatures, that's probably a big reason. The water temperatures are ranging from the mid 80s all the way up to the 90s, and that's even happening in mid-lake. I've got a report from Mark Kim, and he's reporting the same water temperatures, and Mark is doing fantastic. He's on a really good topwater bite. He's saying even all the way up into the midday, and he's catching them on drop shot and shaky head. He's saying he's in 10 to 15 feet is his number one depth, and he's catching a lot of them up under the docks. So that's what Mark has going. And me, I've been having to sneak out of the Keys, but it's so bad that I actually have to trolling motor all the way out to the peninsula of the campground before I even start my my motor. That's how bad the algae is in here. It's just that stringy crap that literally when you make like 3 or 4 casts, it literally just turns into a great big giant bobber stopper and actually clogs up the eyes on your rod. So it's just not even fun fishing in here right now. But I went, and you guys don't get mad at me, I went to Windflower. It's a community hole, so don't get your panties in a wad. But there's a lot of fish around that section of the Narrows, and the Wednesday nighters freaking, they put it on them yesterday. Keep in mind, it's a 3 fish limit for the Wednesday nighters, and it was almost a 6-pound average to win that. So the big girls are still biting. But let's just show you guys the old Boby Gauge here. The official measurement I just checked is 5.16 on the Rumsey, but you can just see it just looks horrible in here, and yes, it smells as bad as it looks, unfortunately. But guys, what's been my number one bite so far? Big surprise. Here's what's left of this bad boy. They chewed his little butt up, and the last big bite, don't know how I missed him. He freaking thumped it, and this is what I brought back. But everything else is still just the same old, same old. I'm still throwing that sweet little bluegill crankbait right there, and I still don't have the maker of it. I'm sorry. A few people have reached out for me and wanted to know, and I don't know. But get you a little medium diver in a color close to that, and you'll have some success. And of course, I'm throwing the Nessie, having success on that. Still throwing the chatterbait. And I've got 3 different color frogs, a buzz bait, and I got my flipping stick over there somewhere. And of course, 100% always have to have your jig, you have to have your drop shot, and you have to have your Cinco on back there. But some of the secret baits that I'm not showing you guys is, of course, I've got my lunker plucker on, and I'm throwing some big wake baits. But hey, I got to keep a few secrets, right? Anyway, that gives you the water level. That gives you the the clarity. Well, of course, here, surprisingly enough, you've got about a foot clarity in here, but it's just all that stringy crap that just makes it no fun to fish at all. But when you get up into the Narrows, you're going to find some pretty nice water. And even all the way up towards I've been all the way up towards the casino and some of those areas up there. There's some nice water to be found, but then there's areas that are just the wind will blow it in there, and it's just really a mess. But don't let these high temps and all this algae bloom scare you guys from coming up here to Clear Lake. Clear Lake is an amazing fishery. These fish have been adapting to these conditions for years. There's absolute giants to be caught up here, and there's numbers to be caught right now. Normally summertime is one of the toughest bites of the year, but keep in mind, early morning, late in the evening, and maybe even planning you a night trip. There's some excellent guides up here that can take you guys out there on some night trips, and I'm guessing you could probably have the time of your life up here. So there's ways to beat this heat, and I assure you there are some absolute giants up here still eating, and a trip to Clear Lake can absolutely be one of the best trips of your life this time of year. So don't underestimate what Clear Lake has to offer. And like I say, when you get up here, treat people the way you want to be treated. Respect the resource. Peace out, baby. Oh yeah, and if you haven't, please like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate you guys. Peace out. One of the pleasures of being retired. Out here on Windflower Point. Not a boat in sight, man. Gotta love it. Gots to love it. Just need Big Mama to get after it now. Pretty decent water clarity. About 1.5 feet.